Salam Zanzi! It's going to be a hot day in the big city. Super M. Anytime, Gap Filla.
Made with love by Clover.
And made with love by us here on Afternoon Express. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, whether you're working from home, in between chores, homeschooling, or even just waiting for time to pass during these lockdown days, there is always time to have a gap filler moment with your favorite Super M flavor. As you might be looking for an afternoon tea treat, our Super M vanilla berry cakes will hit the sweet spot. That sounds delicious, Chef Anele.
Yes, it is delicious. And it's so easy to make.
Okay, so easy is what I love.
Yeah.
But we're using Super M. I ain't never seen a dairy-based milkshake snack in a cake.
You know what's fantastic? Because it's vanilla flavoured and it's got milk in it, so you've got the flavour and you've got the milk that you normally use. So it's perfect, yeah.
So this works out for us.
Perfect.
What's the first step then?
Yes, the first step, I've buttered some, I've whisked some butter and sugar up and with 2 eggs. Okay. And remember your ingredients need to be room temperature.
So then, okay, but this always is so tricky for me because if I've got the aircon on, room temperature is different to when I'm in Durban. I'm sure it's also different when you're in Dubai and Alaska. So what is room temperature and how do you differentiate what room temperature is?
Yes. Okay, so room temperature, I took a piece of butter out here. So room temperature is if you touch it with your finger and it just causes an indent without oily residue, then it's room temperature. Otherwise, it's not room temperature.
Okay, so just to go through that again, I just need to make sure I got it. If you're able just to touch your butter, make a little soft indent, but not have that oil residue on your finger, that's room
and you mustn't press too hard either. Yeah.
Just a little touch. Okay, beautiful. So you're whisking it up. As soon as all those ingredients come together, it looks quite frothy and foamy.
It is frothy and foamy, and now I'm going to add some flour, and I'm going to mix the flour just with a whisk a little bit, and in between that, I'm going to add my vanilla Super M. Okay. Let me just open it up. Sorry, I forgot to open it up.
No. I'm glad you didn't open it up because Palisa would have been taking sips during the commercial break. When it's time to cook, there'd be no vanilla Super M left. So I'm glad you left it closed.
There we go. We put that in. But it's good as sealed, especially with COVID-19, that you know that when you buy the product, it is sealed and it's fresh.
It's sealed and fresh,
and
very important.
What I like about Super M as well is I love it in a bit of coffee or in a bit of tea. It flavours my tea and coffee. Beautiful. I heat it up and have it on the couch when I'm watching soapies.
Basically a versatile ingredient.
Yes.
This is more than just an ingredient, I think, because I like Super M, it's filling. Sometimes when you're on the go, a lot of people are stuck at home and that busyness of an everyday schedule isn't really hitting them. But for some of us who are still at work, you need a quick snack on the go. You need that little burst of energy, that little burst of sugar. This Super M is perfect for it. So you can also use it as a milk substitute.
Milk substitute, yeah. And what's nice is it's flavoured. It comes with all these delicious flavours. So, Polly, I've mixed everything in here now.
Okay.
I've added some baking powder and everything. So what I do, I like to take a scoop like this. And then I just scoop it out. So to make sure that it all is equal inside here. Like every cake is equal.
To make sure that one is not smaller than the other. And they don't overcook.
Yes.
Everything is the same.
So, and then you bake this at 180 degrees for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Done.
So, Anel, wait. I really want to get into baking.
Yes.
South Africa, I don't know if you're with me in this. Because baking is perfect for that quick treat, coffee, movie, working. It is perfect, having a little baked treat. But now I need your top 3 key tips when it comes to baking. Something not to forget, and I need to get it right every single time I try.
Okay, before I forget, the oven. Your oven needs to be at 180 degrees.
Okay, number 1.
And you have to bake it in the middle of the oven, not in the top or not in the bottom. So that is the one thing. 180 in the middle.
180 in the middle. Because everyone's oven is different.
Yes, everybody's oven is different, and if you put it in the top, it's going to grill. It's going to bake unevenly.
Okay.
The second tip is your equipment. Remember, you're buying all these ingredients. Please make sure that you put butter in, you put your flour in, you prepare your pan beforehand. Otherwise, it's not going to come out. The third thing is the room temperature. All your ingredients by room temperature, and those are the 3.
3 tips,
Yes.
making sure that your food is placed properly and perfectly in the oven, 180 degrees in the middle. Number 2, making sure that your equipment, your tools, your baking tray are nicely oiled.
Yes,
Okay?
perfect.
And lastly, room temperature, room temperature, room temperature.
You're going to be a perfect baker.
Look at me, I'm on my way, South Africa, I'm on my way. Okay, so pop that in there.
Yeah, we're going to pop
whilst-
that in there, yes. And then,
Okay.
Polly, you can start with the frosting. It's a very interesting frosting, so please put the heat on there.
Okay.
So inside there, I've put some butter for you, some white chocolate, and add some Super M milk to that.
Okay. Does it matter how
Sorry.
much I add?
Hey?
Does it matter how much Super M I add?
About a half a cup, so 2 of those. 2 of
Okay.
those. And then you let it melt, and it becomes like a thick consistency. And it's very interesting because then you let it cool down, and then you put it in the fridge.
Okay.
After it's
Cooled down.
cooled down in the fridge and melted. And then you whip it up. And then you get that fluffy, 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 beautiful frosting that's on the other side.
Okay, Anal, so whilst this is all melted down, just to recap, we add some vanilla essence in here,
Yeah.
as well as our Super M. As soon as everything is inside, we let it cool down. As
Yes.
soon as it's cooled down, we froth it up,
With
and it comes looking like this.
And then you can decorate your cake. And
Okay.
it's just the most fascinating frosting you'll ever... And I want people to try it. It's really beautiful.
So, and now, here we're seeing our Super M not only being the star ingredient in making the actual cake, but you've somewhat added it to the icing as well.
Exactly, because you need a bit of milk with icing and you need a flavour. So it's a perfect ingredient. Look at that, Polly.
No, this is so much fun. And I can already see my nieces and nephews and godchildren just wanting to decorate, pushing Auntie Pali aside, saying, no, it's our turn. We also want to have a good
Polly,
time.
that looks... And you must decorate it with some fresh berries.
Yummy. And okay, do you know what I'm going to do?
you gonna
I'm going
go
to
full?
go the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing. You know, at the end, I want to lick my fingers. I want to lick my fingers because it's so good and I've got this delicious Super M icing everywhere, my darling. Okay, yeah, this
And
is...
my favourite moment to eat this is on the couch with a book, especially now in winter when it's cold with a blanket. When is your favourite moment when to eat something like this?
My favorite Super M moment in the day, I think, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Oh, simple. Getting me out the bed in the morning. I'm not a morning person, my love. I hate waking up. It is very, very difficult for me. I guess that's why I'm on Afternoon Express.
So you'll eat cake for breakfast?
I will easily eat cake for breakfast. It's that start in the morning. But also just the Super M, driving in the car,
Yeah.
you know, running my errands
Yeah.
in the morning. This is definitely my morning snack. Thank you so much, Anal. This looks good. And then also what I'm going to do, because I want South Africans to see inside.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, yum, yum.
Thank you again, and now this looks great, delicious, something I'm definitely going to be diving into. Now this treat makes for a perfect anytime Gap Filla moment with Super M. So if you need to get your hands on this recipe, go to afternoonexpress.co.za.
Hola, Mzansi! It's going to be a hot day in the big city. Super M, anytime Gap Filla.
Made with love by Clover.